Second, there is going to be a witch hunt, I believe, in this country and quite possibly all around the world for two groups. First group, Jews. It happens every time. Second group, I think, conservatives. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security reports about right-wing extremists. Remember that came out a few weeks ago? Left-wing bloggers and some in the media have blamed conservative hosts like me or Bill O'Reilly for just stirring the pot.
The bigger issue is that they were also blaming politicians like Ron Paul and his supporters. But why would Glenn-a-Beck bring that up? He has already labeled them as part of the problem and as domestic terrorists.
I'm not stirring the pot. I am pointing out that the pot is boiling and there is trouble in America.
He is stirring the pot, and he's been pointing his finger for a long time, waiting for this witch hunt to start.
The world will use any excuse to come after those people that they now deem unpopular. Whether you choose, and they'll do it for their own power, whether you choose to ignore it, well, that's your prerogative.
This man is a master at double-speaking. 9/11 truthers, Ron Paul supporters, and constitutionalists are going to be at the heart of this witch hunt.
Mike Baker, former CIA covert operations officer. Mike, let me go to you. One of the guys, or one of the groups that I've been warning about for a very long time, of these 9/11 truthers, it is the information that we have at this point is this guy is a hero in the 9/11 truther community. Don't know if that's true or not. That is the early report.
What early report? Name one. 9/11 truthers have never committed acts of violence or called for it.
These are people that, I mean, it's totally fine to speak out against the Fed, but these are whacked out conspiracy. The government has planned 9/11, the Jews were involved, etc., etc. And from what we have seen in early reports, this guy is being held up as somebody, they liked him because he'll actually do something about it.
From what we have seen in early reports, I ask again, what early reports?
Yeah, unfortunately, crazy hate doesn't know any bounds. So whether it's von Braun today at the Holocaust Museum, whether it's the Muslim extremist shooting the private at the recruiting center down in Arkansas, whether it's the abortion doctor getting shot, there's something. Whether these things happen in groups, whether they serve somehow in these psychopaths' minds to fuel each other's actions. The problem with the 9/11 truthers, people are horrified when they see the reports after 9/11 of Muslims celebrating what happened with 9/11 overseas, and yet then, as you pointed out, well, we will undoubtedly have some people in a certain segment of society looking at this going, oh, yay, great for von Braun.
So as the CIA puts it, the psychopathic minds of 9/11 truthers are saying great for von Braun. Here's another reason why not to trust what the CIA thinks of 9/11 truthers.
But remember the Fox TV show Lone Gunman, a spinoff from X-Files, where 6 months before 9/11, they run an episode of a hijacked jet being flown on the World Trade Center. It's hijacked by remote control, blamed on al-Qaeda in Afghanistan, run by a group in the government, and they use a drill, a war game drill, to make NORAD stand down. Now, exactly that was done 6 months later. Then, doesn't stop there, Dean Haglund, the star of the show, shows up at my door, the star of the show, knock, knock. Dean Haglund is at my door and says the CIA planted these stories on us. What do you make of them apples?
We're part of it.
Glenn-a-Beck is an official government mouthpiece. Just watch this fake patriotism for his 9/12 project.
Are you ready to be that person that you were that day after 9/11 on 9/12? I told you for weeks, you're not alone. But when I see, 9/11 victim family, on television or whatever, I'm just like, oh, shut up. You're not alone. I didn't think I could hate victims faster than the 9/11 victims. To military bases in Iraq, where real heroes have gathered. That the real power to change America's course still resides with you. You are the secret. You're the answer. I'm sorry. I just love my country, and I fear for it. I just love my country, and I fear for it.
And
I just love my country, and I fear for it.
and
I just love my country, and I fear for it. I believe in our Constitution. No.